Pick It and Flick It podcast. We're back again on this wonderful Veterans Day experience.
Oh, but this isn't going to be uploaded on Veterans Day.
But this is when we recorded it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
I'm Luke.
I didn't know you. Oh, I'm Vox.
I'm Natasha.
I didn't know you wanted to give a timestamp on when.
Well, I figured this is pretty damn patriotic, I would say, all things considered.
Watching a Western movie?
It's all about getting justice.
I really. Do you like Westerns?
I love Westerns.
Do you like Westerns?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think this is the first Western that I've seen.
What?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like my
What an
my
introduction.
papa watches like John Wayne and stuff, and I'll sit there and like if he's watching it and I'm downstairs, I'll watch it with him. But I've never paid that much attention because my grandma's always talking or, you know,
Yeah,
something
your grandma talks a lot.
something else is going on. But I don't know if I like Westerns since this was like technically the first one I've sat there and paid attention to.
So, obviously, by the thumbnail, we watched 1993's Tombstone, which hasn't been remade yet.
Shut up! They're going to
Thank
announce
the
it next
God.
week
Thank the
because they saw this podcast.
Thank the Western movie gods. But I honestly think this is in top 3
Oh, this is a good one.
Westerns of all time. I'm just saying.
This is up there. It's
Because
one
you
of
know
my
what my
favorites.
favorite part about Westerns are? And I guess there is an argument.
All the sand.
Yes. All the cow droppings that we see in the movie.
Yes,
No.
lots of manure.
There weren't even. I
no.
guess there was like one scene with
A
cows.
bunch
in
of
it.
cows, yeah. No, it's original story. You know, like, yeah, I guess you could say that all the Westerns are kind of like based around the same thing.
Yeah, the
cowboys are in town.
yeah,
Bad guys
in
stop.
town, so someone's got to save them.
Yeah.
Which, as we have been discussing thoroughly in our other podcasts alongside these.
Yeah, so it's kind of ironic.
Yeah, I guess we're just on a Western kick with both The Mandalorian and now this.
Yeah.
Would you guys consider The Mandalorian a Western?
It's got a lot of Western, like a lot of
Themes
Western
and elements
themes and
I like
ideas.
The Mandalorian.
Yeah, but it's basically
But
to me, it's like putting a skin on your phone. So like you have a phone and everyone knows it's an iPhone, and then you just put a different skin over it, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I know it's an iPhone, but it looks like a cassette tape now." You know, that's kind of what The Mandalorian's doing, where it takes like ideas from a Western movie and then slaps Star Wars over it. You know, and they're like,
Right.
It's a Western, but I know it's Star Wars. It looks like a lot like Star Wars." So
Which is funny because the reason we picked this was I wanted to do Big Trouble in Little China, which we might do.
all right, we'll
Is
talk
that a
about it.
Western too?
No.
No.
Okay,
no.
I was gonna
Kurt-
say
Kurt
it doesn't
Russell is-
sound like a Western.
Big Trouble in Little China, Kurt Russell is doing a John Wayne impression.
So bad.
But it's not it's everything but a Western, I'm pretty sure. But then Vox said no to that.
No,
So,
I wasn't about
so I
it,
said,
too.
well, I want to do something with Kurt Russell because I was in a Kurt Russell mood at the time, as I usually am. So we settled on this classic Tombstone.
I had no say in this.
I used to watch this movie a lot with my dad. Like, I've seen this movie.
I feel like it's one of
probably-
those movies, like Predator, Terminator, and this are up there as like the movies you watched with your dad.
I never.
Hey, that's what I watched with my dad.
See?
Terminator.
Yeah.
I
Alien.
didn't. No, I didn't watch
Predator.
any of those with my dad. If I watched a movie with
You
my
fucking
dad,
jabroni, why not?
yeah. Like I said, if I watched a movie with my dad, it was either a Western or some kind of like really off-color comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So, like Borat was one.
Then
Did you
Jack-
don't mess with the Zohan?
No.
Oh, I saw that with my dad. It was awful.
Jackass. I remember
Yeah,
watching
a lot of-
like
yeah.
Billy
A lot of
Madison
dads got
stuff.
in trouble for showing their kids Jackass, I feel like.
Yeah. But anyway, so it was really nostalgic to sit down and watch this movie, and I didn't realize how fucking long it was.
This movie did feel a lot longer than it
Oh my
was.
God.
Which is the first time I think I've said that on this show.
Yeah.
Which usually I don't mind a slow burn. I wasn't like bored.
No.
But it did towards the end. It started to feel it.
Yeah, it's like starting to drag out here.
Yeah.
It's like, just kill him already.
I
Just
know.
go kill
well,
him.
you were saying something, and I was like, "Oh, is this the end?" You're like, "Yeah, it's close to it." And then we still had another like 45 minutes of the movie.
It was a peak climax area. It's like the inching towards the end. You know? Yeah, the first 10 minutes is closer to the end than the beginning of the movie. So who cares? For those who don't know, Tombstone is about a band of brothers who kind of travel back and forth. In the beginning of the movie, explain the characters on who they are, and they go to a town called Tombstone to start mining, I believe, was the initial push to go there.
Yeah, Wyatt Earp, which, if you didn't know, these were real guys,
Yes.
all of them, including our favorite, which we'll get to.
Yes.
Wyatt Earp was a real dude. He did a lot of shit, from what I read. He kind of was like the everyman. He did a lot of different stuff. At one point, I think he was even a pimp.
Yeah, that's right. 'Cause
Yeah.
they kind of call him that. In the
Yeah,
beginning of the
so
movie, too.
he eventually, I think he was a sheriff, because at the beginning he tells them, I'm not going to be your sheriff. I
Sure,
don't care. I'm
sure.
done. So obviously he's been around, and then he winds up in Tombstone, and your classic Western trope of the bad guys come in, so we're going to save them.
Yeah, and I'm not mad.
No.
I'm not mad about it. I think the cool part about Westerns overall is it's not like an action flick where you're just punched in the face with a bunch of gun violence and swearing.
Yeah, the violence
you know?
in this is very quick and very spread out. This is not Predator. This is not Terminator. This
Right.
is the gunfight consists of 7 dudes are in the arena, and 2 of them have guns, and then the guns, and then they shoot, and then the fighting's over in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, so you guys had said that something about it in the group chat about an action movie, and I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys were referencing Big Little China.
Big Trouble in Little China is an action film.
Yeah, I just wanted to watch it in action movie today.
Oh, okay.
That's what I wanted to do. Instead
Which
of,
I would say you picked one light on the action, but
Yeah.
heavy on the story and wonderful mustaches.
well, I didn't have much choice if we wanted to stay straight with the Kurt Russell area.
It was
because-
either that or we were going to do The Thing.
and I almost said The Thing, but I was like, you know what? We just got done doing a bunch of Halloween
And
horror movies.
I spoilers
Uh-oh.
for my YouTube, youtube.com/confusedreviews.
Check 'em out.
The Thing is one I'm planning to do.
Oh, really?
It's like within reach.
Okay, so then I
yeah.
definitely would not have.
Because
wanted to do that.
I've been piling up notes on that one.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's gonna be a good one.
I'm sure. I wouldn't mind rewatching it with you.
We should.
Yeah.
We
And
should watch
have you
all
seen the
3
original
of
Thing?
them.
Yeah.
We should watch all 3 things. The Thing from Another World from 1955 or 7. The Thing, and then The Thing from 2011, which
Yeah, the remake. Yeah.
whoops.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'd like to rewatch those, but I
We
wouldn't
should.
have wanted to do them. So I wanted to do something that had a little bit of action. And westerns, cowboys are a very funny thing to me because we get a lot of action movie now with either massive guns, like everyone's like dual wielding AKs,
Yep.
just shooting everywhere, or laser rifles.
Yeah.
So they got unlimited ammo, and there's nothing in the way.
Well, we
and they
still got
all-
unlimited
Oh,
ammo.
do they?
That's
Yeah.
not going
I was
anywhere.
on a couple of scenes though. Like I was like, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. And then some of the other scenes,
Well,
I was
it's
like,
funny
why
you
are they
say
still
that.
shooting?
It's funny you say that about the guns, how there's such a variety now. Like in Westerns, there were 2 guns.
Yep,
The-
shotgun.
The revolver or the shotgun.
Yep.
And that was it. That was all you had. And it's great because not only do they just shoot unlimited bullets, but like I was saying while we were watching, Kurt Russell's, I think, the only man who I would believe can shoot that double-barrel shotgun without any recoil at all.
Also, while riding a horse.
While riding a horse with a great mustache, which is a motif of the movie, great mustaches.
If I could grow a mustache like that.
But should we mention how sexy it is when all of the guys are twirling around their guns?
Yes.
Ooh.
And then, which I'm glad she said it, will segue perfectly into everyone's favorite character in the movie.
Yes.
Doc Holliday, played by the once talented Val Kilmer. Is that a hot take to say?
The third best Batman.
No.
Yes.
You're anti Ben Affleck, but I like Ben Affleck's
Affleck can
Batman.
suck a dick.
Have you seen his that training scene?
Shouldn't have sucked the dick for free.
He supersets pull-ups with science.
I don't care. Ben Affleck could get hit by a bus,
You've
and I
seen
wouldn't
like
feel bad.
one of his movies as Batman.
He's a bad actor. I'm not talking about just Batman. He's a bad actor.
Oh, I like Ben Affleck.
No.
Have you seen Gone Girl?
Yes.
He's good in that
He's
movie.
bad. Moving on.
Well, this is not
Val Kilmer
this
is not bad in this
But
movie.
speaking of Val Kilmer, he's not bad in this movie. I love how we just get so sidetracked.
Listen, if you're listening to this and not expecting a conversation and just straight
Honestly,
review, get out of here.
If I had to tell someone this, because we hit so many references and deep cuts, I'd say just have Google open while you're watching so you can know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to have Google open when you guys are talking.
Yeah,
Well,
same.
because that's going to
Like,
become
during
prevalent a lot
movies.
later too, when we start getting into the rest of the cast. But Val Kilmer is tremendous as Doc Holliday. I'm your Huckleberry being a line that everyone knows, and he is just so perfect in every fucking scene he's in, and every line you can see he's just really grasping at it. And since we love to plug our Letterboxd accounts, there's a fine fella on there named Silent J, who I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
He hasn't reviewed in like 4 or 5 years. I think his last review was 2017.
Oh yeah, this is from 2012. His review of Tombstone is fucking hilarious. It says, "Imagine if Jack Sparrow was in a western. That's Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday. It's even more awesome than it sounds." And that's literally, that could be my review. End of story.
I wouldn't mind.
And he gave it 5 stars.
I wouldn't mind seeing a movie of like young Doc Holliday.
Yeah. Okay.
Like maybe a couple years before Tombstone.
And you know who I think could play him? Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind that at all. Yeah,
let's get on that.
Yeah.
We'll call it Doc.
Maybe.
I don't know. We couldn't call it Holiday. There's already a horror anthology movie
Can't you
called
just call
Holidays.
it Doc Holliday?
Nah.
No, it would have to be called something like The Town.
Isn't Cameron Diaz in a movie called Holiday?
I don't know.
Cameron Diaz is in The Mask, though.
What the fuck?
She's good in The Mask.
They should call his movie
I've decided, fuck
tuberculosis. That's what they should call it.
We're going to get him getting diagnosed with TB.
Yeah.
Who would play the doctor?
Honestly, who cares?
Scarlett Johansson would play the doctor.
There's no female
can't be
doctors.
doctors.
Yes.
Oh, well, she could be the nurse then.
But I think it would be fun to see that because that's what kind of drives his I don't know.
Crazy recklessness.
Yeah, reckless or
he's not sure when he's going to die, so he just kind of always runs into everything guns ablazing.
Yeah, he just kind of goes for it, which I really appreciate.
And I'm surprised Doc Holliday isn't really talked about very much anymore because like he's very Deadpool-like and those type of quippy, snappy characters. Buster Scruggs, if you saw that Coen Brothers movie.
Okay. No, I haven't.
The counselor from Holes. You know the guy with the weird face?
Yeah.
William Blake Nelson.
Dude.
Tim Blake Nelson, I think his name is. I'm glad that you just knew who I was talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
He literally plays Doc Holliday in white cowboy attire. It's a great movie. We should watch it.
Huh.
But anyway, Sam Elliott's also in this movie.
Whoa, and you know what I found out about Sam Elliott today?
What's that?
He's the bad guy in the original Hulk. Like not the TV show, but the movie.
Yeah, with Eric Bana.
Yeah, he plays
where the more angry he gets, the bigger he gets.
Yeah, Eric Bana is playing Bruce Banner, so don't get those fucking characters confused. But he plays Thunderbolt,
and then the posters were made out of banners.
Oh God!
Sorry,
enough of it.
That was a bomb joke.
Why doesn't Marvel just use Hulk as an advertising? He's just a big banner.
That was much better executed than my attempt at it.
Oh my God!
Sam Elliott is also the bad Ron in Parks and Rec.
And
well, he's not the bad Ron. He
is the bad Ron.
Well, okay.
He's not Ron.
He's
not Ron Swanson, so he's the bad.
When
Ron.
his hair gets too long, it simply sheds itself.
He's also Phantom Rider in Ghost Rider.
He's also in Roadhouse.
He's also in The Golden Compass.
Is that just going to be the whole show? It's just this guy has been. Here are things the actor in this movie has been in other things.
He's also in The Man Who Killed Hitler and then Bigfoot.
I haven't seen it, but classic.
Oh my God!
But
I like Sam.
I was
Elliott
thinking about it. Sam Elliott, who was also in one of my favorite films, which we'll apparently be doing soon, The Big Lebowski. His opening monologue, if you know what I'm talking about, where he's talking about a dude in his time and place, it kind of applies to Wyatt Earp. He's just a guy there, and he's just doing what he has to.
He's just doing his thing. I think Sam Elliott has a face for westerns.
He has a glorious mustache.
Not to mention, he's been in dozens of westerns.
Yeah.
Wow. Like
he's also looked 60 for 40 years.
I know. He looks the same 30 years later.
I know. Because this was 93. Parks and Rec was what, like mid-2010s?
2010.
Yeah.
So 20 years
He's in
later.
Know My Name, Buffalo Girls, Desperate Trail, I Will Fight No More Forever, The Shadow Riders, Houston, The Legends of Texas. Oh my, what? How many westerns has this guy done?
Too many.
Oh, but he was in Gettysburg, so he's really getting that back out there.
And rounding out the last of the boys is Bill Paxton, who recently passed away.
Rip.
Who, since we're just doing it, was also in Apollo 13 and Aliens.
And the Terminator. And
no, that's not
Titanic.
No, that's Michael Biehn.
Bro, Bill Paxton
Was he in?
was in Terminator, and he was in Aliens.
Oh, he was in
and
Terminator.
Titanic.
He was the fucking guy in that.
Yeah,
right?
that one dude. Yeah,
He was in the one scene.
yeah, he was that thing. Yeah, you're right. He was. He was.
He was also in Commando. Oh yeah, no wait, no, I remember Bill Paxton. He was
punk leader.
Yeah, he was. Wash day tomorrow, nothing clean, right? And then he says, "Fuck you, asshole!" And then the fucking Terminator rips his heart out or whatever.
He was also in that movie that no one saw, Edge of Tomorrow. So
was that the one with Tom Cruise?
yeah, and every time they die, they
live, die, repeat. Yeah,
yeah.
They're supposed to be making another one of those.
Okay, well, good thing no one saw it.
Speaking of Terminator,
I saw that movie.
Did you?
Yeah.
What? Speaking of Terminator, there's another one coming out.
Michael. Well, they just made one.
Yeah.
The dark
trilogy.
Dark Feces.
Yeah, Dark Times.
It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that good either.
It looked bad.
Yeah.
Dude. And they're also resetting the timeline. Like, fucking stop. Stop with the time travel bullshit.
Why are we talking about everything but the movie that we just watched?
Because there's a lot to unpack.
Yeah,
here.
we're doing a lot of things here.
Michael
Give it
Biehn.
the fucking
I don't know how
program.
to say his name. It's Biehn.
Okay.
Michael Biehn. He's Kyle Reese in the Terminator. Plays fucking Johnny Ringo, and alongside Powers Boothe as Curly Bill, are some fucking excellent bad guys.
Yeah, and the problem that I have, well, not a problem. It's not a problem at all. I don't know why I said problem.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I have with the bad guys is they're so fucking gross.
Everyone looks sweaty.
Oh my god.
It's
And
like
they
a
do-
season of
dirty.
Dexter out here.
They do so well, like really making. Who's that guy we were just talking about that just never dies in this whole movie? Like all we want.
Stephen Lang.
Yeah, all we want to
Ike.
do is see him fucking die, and he just doesn't die.
I made
yeah, but they had the perfect opportunity to kill him and they didn't.
right. He let him go the first time to inform the rest of the guys. But then he literally had plot armor. He just wouldn't die.
Yeah, it's
Obviously, that's probably I'm assuming how it played out in real life.
It has
I
to
don't
be
know.
because he got killed.
All I
later
wanted
on.
to say was I like Ike, like the Eisenhower. That's a deep cut.
Yeah, I feel you. But the whole time, when you want a character to die,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that we say it time and time again. If you can hate a character, I feel like that actor is doing a really good job portraying the character that you hate.
And,
you know,
and Stephen Lang is a tremendous actor. He
He's a
he
hateable
looks
guy.
the most sweaty. Besides Val Kilmer, I think
so
he's got a very
gross.
greasy face. in
and
this movie.
Merle Dixon's in this movie too, going along.
Yeah,
with him
yeah.
with curly hair, which is fucking weird. Is that his real hair?
I don't know. I have no idea if that's what Michael Rooker's actual hair looks like because he's always been the bald guy.
He's kind of freaking me out with that. I just don't like it.
Which again, I'm gonna keep saying it. The fucking Suicide Squad.
Nah.
We're gonna do it here, and if it's bad, we're gonna have like 85 instances of me saying that it might be good, and you can say I told you so,
I'm just gonna cut out every time we say that on the
and
show.
make like a super cut.
And just go 35 seconds of how many times Luke
I don't
said
know if
that.
it's gonna be good, but I have
Faith?
Oh.
I have no. Well, yeah, but I feel like they might be able to pull it off.
I don't know, man. It's not going to be a Western, that's for sure, which is
But
exactly
which
what
was Tombstone was a Western.
It's crazy, man.
If someone listens to this episode specifically, they're gonna think this podcast is a joke
No, I think
because
stuff
we're just
like this
going around and it's funny.
I think that stuff like this is why this is why I listen to podcasts like this, because I like to hear different conversations.
piss, mate.
What?
Because
Don't-
we're just taking the piss.
No, don't ever talk like that.
You don't like
man.
my
No, I hate it.
sarcastic British
I really don't.
impression?
What?
Let's talk about
was
some
British.
positives and negatives of this movie.
Let's hear it.
I do have a couple of negatives, so I can.
Oh, no.
I can crack the whip and start off with the negatives first thing here. What? Get it? Westerns. They were cracking the whip. at the
Indiana
horses?
Jones.
Yeah. Okay. There's a couple of times in this movie where they try to do effects or like things to keep the viewer entertained that is just not necessary. Like when one of the brothers, when he's shooting pool, gets shot.
Oh, yeah.
It instantly goes to slow motion as he falls down on the table.
It looks like they had like they needed to fill the time.
Yes.
That seems like something like a low budget movie would have done to like slow
stretch
it
out.
down.
Yeah.
because they only had.
Expand the credits.
But this movie didn't need
No,
to.
not at all.
And like you said, when Sam Elliott hit that guy with the butt of the gun,
Yes.
that looked kind of fake.
I was gonna say,
And
yeah.
then, of course, when Kurt Russell goes, no, and it was that, I was like, all right, Kurt, I love you, but we could have done another take of that one.
When you start slow motion in the middle of scene and then end the slow motion before that scene is done, without changing scenes,
It makes me wonder if it was even shot in slow motion.
Yeah, it makes me a little nervous on that. So that was rather cringy. The other ones, like you mentioned, was the takedown action of a blunt hit to the head with a gun.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at all. And stop treating horses bad, people. I know there's probably a disclaimer.
Smacking horses.
Yeah, there's probably a disclaimer at the end of
You're
the
gonna
movie saying,
get,
like, no horses are
animal
injured.
activists
Yeah,
on
some
us.
PETA up in here. But other than that, I mean, set wise.
Oh, this movie's great. I love this movie.
Oh, maybe the lightning. The lightning was really annoying, and I know that you were saying that
It's
that's
real.
actually real,
was
but it was just
real.
so long. Like, stop it. Just take it out of here at that point. Like, cut the scene, you know?
Well, do you want to know something about the behind the scenes biddy that I found interesting?
Please tell me.
So the original director was a guy named Kevin Jarre.
Okay.
I think that's how you say his name.
Okay.
You shouldn't have me read the names. Is the bottom line we got from this show.
Got it.
But he was fired, and the guy George
fired.
P. Cosmatos. I almost said Costanza. George Costanza. That was close. He came in hot, and apparently saved the movie. But Kurt Russell came out years later saying that this director of classics like Cobra with Stallone and Rambo First Blood Part 2, in fact, didn't really do very much, and that Kurt Russell, in fact, directed most of this movie.
Really?
And yeah, which I find delicious.
You know, I just want to shake his hand.
I do.
I didn't really like him in Guardians of the Galaxy, I'll be honest.
I don't want to hear that.
But
Well, he was a dick in Guardians of the Galaxy.
he's kind of a dick in this movie, people could argue.
Yeah, but
He was a pimp, he was a fucking thief, and then he just killed people for looking at his bitch wrong.
Yeah, but he was really mean to his son.
Yeah, all right. But I'm just saying, I didn't like his acting.
Look at that. Tosh was the one to bring up the Marvel reference this time. It wasn't even us.
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I said
I thought you
Guardian-
brought up his.
I said I didn't really like him in Guardians.
Oh,
of the
damn it.
Galaxy.
Okay, I was
Pay
gonna
attention.
Fuck. Well, I was trying to give Tosh the benefit of it wasn't us who brought it up.
Yeah.
But never mind.
Sorry.
Anyways, I just want to like kind of meet this guy too, because
Oh, he's probably such a cool dude.
I wouldn't be surprised if that is like something that happens quite often in his movies, where he's just like, nope, shut up,
Yeah.
we're gonna go this way and do it. Like, can you imagine if someone else in a lower area started to overstep? Like,
He's really good in Tango and Cash.
yeah.
Which I'm also reviewing soon.
I mean, honestly, Escape from L.A., which is insane.
Escape from LA is not as nearly as good as Escape from New York, but Escape from LA is fucking hilarious.
But it's insane. Can you imagine him being like, no, we're gonna do it this way.
I need to have the scene of me surfing.
Oh yeah. So he just gives direction on that, and then when he plays Santa Claus in the Christmas Chronicles, he just tells the kid, "Don't ask for it this way."
I have not
Ask
seen.
for it
Is that Netflix movie?
No, it's just on here.
What the fuck?
It's just on
Well, guess who was originally supposed to play Wyatt Earp?
Please tell me.
Richard Gere,
Who?
the guy who with the gerbil.
Who?
Do you not know the Richard Gere story?
Who?
But how do you not know who Richard Gere is?
His name sounds familiar, but I don't know who he is.
Never heard of him.
We'll look up the Richard Gere gerbil story. But guess who was supposed to play Doc Holliday?
I bet you're gonna tell me.
Well, you're probably gonna like what I'm gonna say.
Is that so?
Willem Dafoe.
What?
Yeah, and you know why he didn't?
No.
You know why he didn't?
Because he already looks ill.
No. You're gonna feel like an ass saying this because he was in The Passion of the Christ. They didn't. The distributor of this didn't want him in it
Really?
because he played Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
really want him to.
I
be in
think
my
Val
movie
Kilmer
either.
is the perfect role. Perfect choice for the role.
Yeah, I do too.
But I love Willem Dafoe. So
I like Willem Dafoe to an extent. There's some times where I'm just like, hey.
do you remember all of his glorious farts from The Lighthouse?
Oh, I do. I do.
Yeah, I know you do. Bad luck to kill a seabird. You
No,
fuck.
Whatever. I liked him as Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He-
he was creepy.
He plays a really good villain.
I
So
want him to play the Joker, just like everyone else. He'd
yeah,
be
that
good.
would be nice.
He's got that smile. That's just like, oh.
But to have him play Doc, not about it. No,
No,
thanks.
Val Kilmer definitely is really good. I really wanted to. I want to watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. It's a Shane Black movie with Val Kilmer in it.
Okay.
And I think Robert Downey Jr. is in it too.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Is it a Western?
No. But you know what is a Western? Is Tombstone.
You know, you ever I asked you this before, but
What's
I think
that?
we should mention it. You ever listen to the last podcast on the left?
No, and you
Okay.
keep telling me to watch
need-
it, and
you
I
need-
keep
you need
or
to listen to it.
Sorry.
You need to listen to it.
Right.
The thing is,
I don't think they're on YouTube. That's
no,
why I
they're
don't think
not.
I've listened.
They have
yeah,
an
that's-
exclusivity deal with Spotify.
Well, I don't have Spotify.
Well, you can just download it for free.
But that's ads. What am I? Some sort of?
Oh my god! Then pay the $10 a month for it, for Christ's sake.
Do I look like Bill Gates?
Anyways, our way of
Right.
talking on the show sometimes when
Mhm.
we're not directly driven to a movie, is very reminiscent of that.
Oh, okay.
So I really like it.
Well, that's good.
I like our
I think we're fucking hilarious
banter, and now I got Spotify ads on my
because they heard us.
letterbox. Fucking, oh my god! Enough with that already.
Tosh, what did you like about Tombstone?
Yeah, I want to hear what you have to say, positive or negative.
Because both of us are
We're
big
done.
fans of
Yeah.
westerns.
we're done beating the horse
Yeah.
because we already know.
I mean, for the most part, the acting was good, and it seemed like all of the actors had like good chemistry. The ones that like when they were supposed to be on the same side, they seemed like they actually cared.
Yeah.
I don't know. When one of them dies, Kurt Russell does a great job of being sad about it.
Yeah, he has a really
he
good
gave that
emotional.
guy a big smooch on the fucking
He
face.
did. I wish that was me.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Um.
You were asking about halfway through, like, do you guys really like this movie? Did you have any quarrels with it?
I just thought you guys were. I don't know. Like, I didn't know if you guys were like, let's see if we can like joke her into.
No, this
liking
was not a
movie.
bit. This
No,
was not.
This
We
was
were not goofing.
anywhere near.
That's why every time Luke says something, I'm like, wait, are you serious? Because
Well,
I
that's a
don't
great.
know.
I'm glad that's what I give off because I want that to be the case.
That's always the case. I never know when you're being sarcastic or not. You could be like, I had pizza for lunch. I'm like, did you?
Psych! I had lasagna.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things about this movie is there are a lot of great, what I call introduction by name moments where all the characters go like, Tosh, Fox, Tosh.
Yeah.
I love when movies and shows do that because it's like both realistic because like that's what people do.
Yeah.
But it's also just really funny when it like camera, person. I think that's really
the
funny.
handshake scene in the
Yeah.
beginning
Yeah.
with Doc, and they're like, Doc,
Doctor,
Doc.
Mr. Holiday.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's fucking funny.
What was your least favorite things about this movie?
It was just long,
Yeah.
and it lost my interest.
Okay. Not enough action or dialogue or story.
Both. I
or-
just felt like when they did explain stuff, it made a lot of sense.
Sure.
But then there was just stuff going on that I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now?
A little bit of underexplainedness.
Yeah, you know.
Why was he racing horses with that one lady?
He just wanted to, sniff her hair.
And then nothing happened.
That's modern day go-karts.
Yeah.
And then I thought the scene with the opium and the gun was cool. That was
The
Yeah.
execution scene?
yeah,
Yeah.
that
Really
was
good.
a good scene.
You were like, damn, that's brutal.
It was, but I mean, it was good. I don't know. It just. I
I'm
wasn't a
very
fan.
interested to hear her score because
Right.
I feel like it's going to be a rather low one.
Okay.
Speaking of which, do you have any last things or should we explain?
I was just gonna say that I loved all the close-ups, very Sergio Leone style, with the Man with No Name trilogy.
Okay.
Yep. Fistful of dollars
Yep.
for a few dollars more, and the good, the bad,
That's the only one I've seen.
and the ugly,
Yep.
which we should do all three.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Mm-hmm. Or Fistful of Dollars trilogy, whatever it's known as.
Whatever.
The spaghetti westerns, And I also just wanted to say that Doc Holliday versus Johnny Ringo is probably my favorite scene in the movie.
That is good. Headshot.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's just the dialogue, the action. It's simple,
Yep.
easy, fun stuff.
Give me a breakdown on how we give our ratings around here.
Well, sir, here in these parts,
Your favorite part?
we either do a Mexican standoff
Is it racist to say no?
Is it?
I don't know.
That's what it's known as, is a Mexican standoff.
Could be.
I'm not saying
Maybe
it to
it's
be
just
mean.
called a standoff. I don't know.
A gun
I
duel.
know you're not saying to be mean.
Yeah, canceled.
The world is just very strange right now. Gotta be careful.
People are strange.
Gotta be careful. Anyways, go ahead.
But at the Pick It and Flick It podcast Empire Experience, we either pick or flick a movie, thumbs up, thumbs down, and we give you an out of 10 just so you can feel good and cozy at night.
And yeah. Tasha, you want to start off? Is this a pick or a flick?
It's a flick.
Oh, her
Oh,
first
my
official
goodness.
flick for the show.
Is that it? Is this the first
This
one?
is the first one she's ever said
This
it's a
is
flick.
this is groundbreaking.
Luke, I'm assuming
This would big time. pick.
it's a pick from me as well. Tasha, what's your number rating?
That's hard for me.
Yeah, I know.
I
but
want to
it's
hear
okay.
your guys' numbers first, and then I'll.
And then we'll get a final assessment.
Yeah.
Luke, give me a number.
I'd give this a solid 9 out of 10.
I am also giving this a 9
Yeah.
out of 10.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
So I would give it a 5 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah. And I feel like that's pretty high
I mean,
because I gave Would You Rather like a 4 or something.
yeah, but you said you'd pick it.
Yeah, but that was shorter, so it was easier to get through.
Sure.
I'm shooketh.
My thing is it's not a bad movie. It's I don't think it's for me.
Okay.
But it
And
does
that's
make me
fair.
I do want to watch more Westerns to see if maybe I just don't like Westerns or if it's just this movie.
You know, that's probably a
So-
really fair assessment because I feel like movies like Unforgiven or even Unchained being a kind of a Western,
Django! Sorry.
it's a little bit more actiony. It's a little more brutal and dirty into that. This was kind of like I feel like this was actually a really good movie to intro into a Western.
Yeah.
So like if you're looking to get
Because they
into
can get a
Westerns,
lot slower, too.
Yeah.
So-
There's some out there that are like,
Yeah.
why are
Which
we
that's
watching
just,
this?
that's how movies
Lonesome
are made.
Dove,
yeah.
anyone? Oh my God.
Yeah, but I'll never say no. Like if you guys recommend a movie that I haven't seen, I'll never say no. I'll just watch it and then figure
You're a
it out for
moviegoer.
myself.
You're a
But
moviegoer.
it wasn't a bad movie. That, like I said, the acting was good, and there was obviously a bunch of big name actors in it, and
Sure.
it was cool being like, oh, that's so and so, oh, that's so and so. But it just didn't. I didn't feel like there was a storyline.
Yeah, it was bad guys are harassing town. Good guys
Yeah.
have to kill bad guys.
No.
That's the story. That's a Western. What are you
Eh.
talking about?
Yeah, I guess it just wasn't.
There was even romance in there a little bit. Some drug issues and
Yeah.
alcoholism, gambling.
The guy losing function of his arm,
That's right.
the works.
Jeez.
The biggest thing I was interested in was Doc's tuberculosis.
Just
So-
because you're going into nursing.
Yeah, but I
I'm
don't
your
know.
Huckleberry.
Oh, my God. Luke, give me something positive. Wow. Good for you.
Yeah,
Tasha?
that's all I got.
Oh no. What does it mean when a cowboy finds a horseshoe? His horse is walking around in his socks.
Yeah. Well, I know for a fact that when those things are like welded on there, so
They're nailed.
are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
They put nails in them.
So
God,
he's
you
walking
guys never
around.
grow up on a farm or something?
Well, if he's walking around without one of those, I'm thinking that horse is having a bad day.
No, it's
Oh.
actually better for them without shoes on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they like it.
There you go. Horse facts with the Pick It and Flick It crew.
That's right. Goodbye.
Yeah.